Story: The Lonely Wanderer by the Sea. Near a dense forest and along the shore of a vast sea, there lived a boy named Kamran. He was alone, and his only companions were the crashing waves of the sea and the silence of the forest. Kamran's past was a mystery, but the sadness etched in his eyes told a story. He felt safer in this solitude, far from the world, but deep inside, he carried an unbearable sadness. Kamran had built his small hut with his own hands. Made from the wood of the forest and sand from the shore, it contained only the bare necessities. His entire world consisted of this hut, the forest, and the endless sea. Kamran's day began early each morning. He would walk to the shore and watch the waves, lost in thought. Often, he would remember his parents, who had perished in a tragic accident. After losing his parents, Kamran tried to rebuild his life, but the cruelty of the world pushed him to seek refuge in the wilderness. He distanced himself from humanity and found solace in nature. In the forest, Kamran found company in the form of animals. Monkeys, birds, and deer roamed nearby, but even they could not understand the depth of his loneliness. By the sea, Kamran often sat by a broken, abandoned boat. To him, the boat mirrored his own life, broken, scattered, but still connected to the sea. The waves of the sea brought Kamran a strange sense of peace. Their rhythmic sound helped him forget the bitterness of his past. Yet, at times, he imagined hearing his mother's voice in the crashing waves. One day, Kamran found an injured bird in the forest. He brought it to his hut and nursed it back to health. Like the bird's broken wings, Kamran's heart was also wounded, but he believed that time could heal all wounds. Once the bird recovered, Kamran set it free. As the bird soared into the sky, Kamran felt as though his own freedom had been lost somewhere along the way. Kamran's days were monotonous. He would watch the sea, wander through the forest, and sit in his hut, wondering if there was anyone out there waiting for him. One day, a large wave washed a bottle onto the shore. Inside the bottle was a letter. It read, "Are you lonely too?" The letter left Kamran astonished. Was there someone else who felt as alone as he did? He wrote a reply and tossed the bottle back into the sea. Days turned into weeks, but the bottle never returned. Kamran sat by the shore every day, waiting, but no answer came. During the days of waiting, Kamran began to reflect deeply on his own heart. He realized that he was yearning to connect with someone, but perhaps that connection was out of reach. One night, Kamran dreamt of his mother. She told him, "Life is not about waiting, but about moving forward." Her words echoed in his heart. The next morning, Kamran decided to leave his hut, the forest, and the sea behind. He felt a deep fear of the unknown, but he knew it was time to take a step forward. He gathered his keepsakes and took one last look at his hut. He knew this place would always be a part of him, but he had to move beyond his past. As Kamran walked along the shore for the final time, he said goodbye to the sea and stepped into the forest path. Each step felt heavier than the last. At the edge of the forest, Kamran turned back to see his hut one last time. Tears welled up in his eyes, but a spark of hope ignited in his heart. Returning to the world, Kamran realized that things had changed, but he knew it would take time to find his place among people again. One day, Kamran came across a lost child who had been separated from his mother. Kamran helped reunite them, and for the first time, he felt a sense of joy in his heart. Kamran realized that life was about connecting with others. The forest and the sea had taught him that loneliness was only temporary. Kamran decided to dedicate his life to helping others. Though he never returned to the sea, the memories of that place remained close to his heart. Kamran's story is a reminder that loneliness is not a punishment, but a lesson.